It is Alyss again, and it's time for another edition of Unboxing Alyss, the YouTube channel with that purple fox that unboxes things. Sorry, Alyss. I'm, of course, Alistair Frost, her, and as promised in the last video, I'm going to do part 2 of A Tale of Two Eat-A-Bags. This one is nothing like the one I just unboxed. It was very boba shaped, if you remember that video, which was like 2 weeks ago, so you should. I will say, when I was unboxing that and I put the little like boba people and the little boba animals in there, I did leave the insert in, and when you do that, it's gonna be a bit squished. So if you just want to have like the little boba people in your bag, you might want to take the insert out. It's still kind of squished without it, but it fits a little bit better. Anyhow, this is not boba related. This is kind of the opposite of boba related. And I've really been looking forward to unboxing this one because I really want to use it. I showed you guys my regular Vera Bradley purse last time. Pretty big purse, has a lot of space. This is a really big bag though. And this is why I have the table oh crap like I did last time. I am going to start shoving things in here to see what can fit. So everything on this table is what is usually in my purse, barring one new sexy addition, which I will introduce a little bit later. But let's get this started because I'm tired of talking over a box. To get the box out of the way. This, whoops, bag was made by A Tiny Place to Stay. That's kind of what the name of the bag is. Kind of the name of the person as well. I don't know if they have, do they have their name on here? No, on that page. Let's see, Raven Van Boxtel is what it says in the Netherlands. So this was an international shipment, but it was labeled A Tiny Place to Stay on Kickstarter. And that is also what you'll see on the bag itself. I'm going to try and carefully open this without knocking things over. As you can see, the keychain Alyss is over there because she will get hit constantly over here. So first we have some bubble wrap. Yay, bubble wrap. Go that way. And now we have our bag, which is huge. This is a big bag. This is almost like a bag you would like travel with, go like if you're flying somewhere. There are a couple other odds and ends in here. Let me grab those and put those to the side. That is a business card. And this is just fluff. I do not need the fluff. Let's get this box out of the way. Now I'm talking over a bag, whatever. Anyway, so this is the second Eat-A-Bag I was really looking forward to unboxing. And as I said, it is called A Tiny Place to Stay. It says so on the back of the bag. I was really looking forward to this bag because as you can see, it's kind of very ordinary. It doesn't stand out. It's not a boba bag or a cat bus or Gigi for that matter. This bag it looks like a regular bag you would get at, insert store here, except for the ETA windows. And I really like that because I was looking forward to just carrying this around everywhere. Like if this is a bag I would use at work, this one right here. It might get awkward depending on what kind of pins I want to put in here, but I'm really looking forward to this bag. And let's see if we can open it up before I start shoving things into it. I will show you what kind of pockets it has. So this side has a little mini pocket, and of course you can put your pins and whatnot here. Probably small pins. As you can see, this is a pretty small area. But you just open this up, and there's the insert for that I just took out. And you could probably fit something really thin in here. I don't know what I'll figure that out when I go shoving things in the bag. But yeah, you could probably put like a small thin something in the back if you wanted to also store something besides the pins in the front. Maybe if you have a really small enough keychain, you could probably put that in here too. But yeah, it's gonna be tiny, tiny stuff here. On the front side, you have the bigger window. You can see. Let me see. Open that up. Nope, it's this side. Okay. Do the thing. All right. So yeah, there's the insert for that. And again, if you had something flat, you could probably put that behind this insert. So insert with all your pins and whatnot. And if you wanted to like hide a little extra something, you might be able to put something really flat here. So I don't think these two pockets are really supposed to be for like holding things. But again, if you have something that will fit, go ahead and put it in there. Might actually hide it better if it's really, really flat. You won't know it's there, but let's assume it's an Eat-A-Bag pocket. And on this other side, there's no insert here or window here. It is just to hold your stuff. It's full of like You know, the stuff whenever you buy a new whatever, it's usually full of like paper and stuff. So yeah, a good sized pocket there. I am stupid and I forgot to grab my older phone, so I do not know if this will fit a phone. I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking at my phone right now that I'm recording the video on. It may fit in here. I should have grabbed my other phone. I just got out of a very long day at work, so my brain isn't quite working. I'll go ahead and leave this out because I'm going to be shoving things in here in a second. And towards the back, as I pointed out before, it says a tiny place to stay, but it also has a zippered pocket. Pretty shallow, so nothing super bulky here. Again, probably something flat here, though again, it's not an insert or not a window, so nothing will show. Let's see, that is all for the pockets on the outside, and it has a zipper that opens up the main compartment. I'm sure you can see the D-rings on either side, and I'm assuming that's where the strap is going to go. I think this is just going to be a crossbody bag, but I'm not entirely sure. I can't quite remember. But it has the 3 D-rings. I'm not sure what this last one is for. I need to look at the Kickstarters for these things before I start filming and jog my memory. I'm not sure what this one's for. It might just be for a keychain. I'm wondering if it could also be for the strap, though there are no D-rings on the back, so I don't think it'd be for a strap. I'm not sure. On this side, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a little like Velcro square here, and I'll show you what that is, why that's there later on. So let's open this baby up. Oh, I guess I should say on the bottom there are feet. There are some metal feet. So when you put this down, it's sitting a bit more on the feet and not on the bottom of the bottom of the bag is still going to hit the ground or whatever this is sitting on. But having those little feet is nice. It also helps help the bag keep its shape. Let's open the bag now and take out this freaky weirdness. Okay, you go hide there. Yeah. So we have a strap. There we go. There's our strap. And looking at the strap, it is just one strap. So I'm guessing this is just going to be exclusively a crossbody or like an over-the-shoulder bag, which for me, I always have crossbodies. I don't like over-the-shoulder bags because they tend to eventually slide their way off my shoulder. So crossbody is a lot more secure for me. So opening up, again, there is a zipper here to open up the main compartment. And this is going to be really hard to see. I'll do my best. I might take pictures later. But on this back side, where it says on the outside, a tiny place to stay, there is kind of a, oh, it's stuck now. Yeah, it's kind of like a tablet, like a tablet pocket. If you've ever seen, like most book bags, they tend to have like a kind of padded area and maybe like a little flap with Velcro on it to hold your tablet or your laptop or whatever it is in place. That is back here. That is what is here. So here is the little flap, and this right here, I don't know what my camera can see, is that little padded area. It is padded, not as padded as like some of the laptop backpacks I have, but there is still some padding there. So that's really, really nice if you want to put a flat electronic there or relatively flat. So above that pocket is a zippered part. So let's do that. When I go into editing, I'll see what you can see and what you can't see, and I'll take pictures accordingly if I need to. But there is a zippered pocket here, about where the base of that Velcro flap is. And opening that up, let's see how big that is. I can't see how big that is because I just closed it. I did it again. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Fairly, it's relatively deep. So, like, right here is where my finger is. So it's relatively deep. It starts about up here. So it's an okay deep pocket. It's nothing huge is going to go in there though. Moving that laptop, oh, it's a little laptop pocket to the side, you have all of this space. Let me make sure there's nothing else in there. No. So there's all of this space. There's a lot of space. This is a very large bag. I think the length was like 13.5 or something like that inches. If you use metric, please convert. I can't do it just off the top of my head. We don't use that here in the States. Not most of the time. But there's a lot of space in here. And on this opposite side, so it would be the front of the bag here with this window, we have to Oh, they're two different sizes too. That's interesting. So we've got two pockets here. They are not zippered or anything. Lift that up. There is pocket number 1. You can see my finger. There's pocket number 2. Again, one is bigger than the other. So that is basically it in terms of storage space. And this is the kind of bag I really love. The fact that it has all these compartments so I can just stay organized with all my stuff instead of just piling everything into one giant bag of holding, basically. But that is the bag. It is a really, really nice bag. I don't know the actual material. I'm guessing some kind of like faux leather. I don't know if it's vegan or not. That's something you'd have to look up on the Kickstarter, and I will post that in the description. But yeah, I love this bag because it is so big. It has so much space to it, and it's not an out there looking bag. It is a very much a kind of an incognito bag. I mean, if you put really funky pins and whatnot, then it'll probably catch attention. But yeah, it's really, really nice. I love this bag so much. And yeah, that is pretty much the bag itself. Before we move on, I'm going to, and these are just extra inserts. We got 2 other inserts for the front and for the side. Oh, yeah, that side. The side ones are in here. So I have 3, whoa, that was horrifying. I have 3 inserts total for each side because I have several ideas for this bag since it can kind of be anything. Definitely want to put some pony stuff in here because it being a multi-fandom bag, I think that's what it's actually called on Kickstarter, the multi-fandom bag. I enjoy that because you can customize it. And with Kiki, or with Gigi, you're probably going to put Kiki's delivery service related things on it. With Cat Bus, probably the same with Totoro. But with this bag, it can literally be anything, and I love that. And I did mention this little square in the front. I will now show you what that is for. In addition to the bag, the creator was also selling, oh, they both fell in the back. Where is it? There we go. They had these little patches you could stick on here, and since it's Velcro, you can change them out. I believe this creator was big into K-pop, and a lot of their followers on Instagram or whatever are also into K-pop, and so they had a lot of K-pop symbols. I do have a very large playlist with mostly K-pop and some J-pop, but I don't know the symbols for them. So I did happen to mention in a private message on Kickstarter, hey, have you thought about catering to, anime nerds and furries and bronies and da-da-da-da. And because I said something, they actually made a whole other group of these little patches that you can put on this. If I can, I will try and get pictures of them from Kickstarter, and I'll probably put them here and here because there's 2 different groups. I didn't quite get everything. I really wanted something brony related, like a horseshoe or something like that. So I might have to order that on Etsy. I'll see what I can do, or maybe I can make it myself. But the 2 I got were, because I don't know J and K-pop, but they did have a one-up if you were into Nintendo or video games in general. They had the uniform look from My Hero Academia. For furries, they made a paw print, which is really, really cool. And I have a ton of furry pins. You guys have seen them. Let's go ahead and stick this on that. Yeah, like that. And that's what it looks like. It's a little off center. Hang on, let me fix it. All right. So yeah, there you go. There's a little paw print. And I have a zillion different furry pins that you guys have seen. I have a mythological creature group of pins I haven't unboxed yet. I have 2 whole sets of dragon pins I haven't unboxed yet either. That'll probably be early next year. I'll have a dragon month. But I love this. And obviously, not every animal there has, paw pads that look like this. So a lot of animals don't even have paw pads. But for just the furry theme, I think this works really well. They did also add some symbols for Avatar. Avatar the Last Airbender, not the blue people. I went ahead and grabbed water because I really identify with the water tribe. So let's put that on here. Oopsie. There we go. So there you go. There is the water tribe symbol, and I have unboxed my Avatar pins already. There was the T elemental T-pins, and then they had basically all of the characters. So I have 2 sets of those. I doubt they will all fit at once between these 2, but I might rotate and go back and forth. So those are the 2 little patches that I got, and there were plenty more. Again, you can look on the Kickstarter, see what this person offered. I only got 2. They were a little expensive, and you actually didn't get one with the bag. I was really surprised by that. I would assume you would get like one, freebie if you bought one of the bags. That was not the case, unfortunately, but I just didn't want to grab a ton. And while with the Avatar ones, they have one for every single nation, I'm only going to pick one. I'm just going to pick water. So that's why I got those 2. These are kind of made of the same material as this, so they match really well. I'm sure if you can sew, which I can, and you just wanted to get like a bunch of like fake black leather or whatever and sew this together, you could do that. This is probably a print, like a print-on design. It's not like embroidered or anything like that. So if you have the capabilities of printing on like fake leather or vegan leather, whatever this is, then you can make them yourself. If not, I'm sure there's somebody on Etsy that can make it for you. I'm actually, again, planning to do that. I'd like to get some pony-related ones as well, because I do want to display my pony pins. But that, I'll leave Avatar on there, doesn't matter. I just wanted to tell you what that little patch was for, so it's not just like a random patch of Velcro. That'd be weird. So now that we've got pretty much all of that out of the way, I'm going to try and get organized. I'll just leave the water tribe on there. But the extra inserts I'm going to put away right now because I don't really need them. Okay, they are not going to fit in there. That's why they weren't in the bag in the first place. There's also a couple cards here that I will touch upon in the end. I can do that right now. I'm going to throw this crap away because it's just fluff. There we go. And I'll put these over here. So now we can go through all of my crap and see what fits and where I can stick things. Let's see. And we are going to start with, we're going to go with the little Mary Kay bag. This is what, again, holds my change. I'm curious to see if it'll fit in this windowed insert. It might be too tall. I think it's too tall. It is too tall. So this won't fit in there. I'm willing to bet my notebook will. I just carry notebooks around with me. I'm an old fogey who likes to write things down. So I usually have some kind of notebook with me. This one is Urahara of My Hero Academia. Got this one in Japan, actually. This should probably fit in there. Yep, it totally does. So if I wanted to, I could just leave Urahara in there. Next, we'll go back to Mary Kay. It might fit on this other side. Yeah, I took that paper out. So let's put that in there. Yeah, it does fit. Does it close? Yes, it does. So I can put like my change on this side. So what else do we want to do? We have this whole back panel with, this whole back pocket with some, let's see, what can I put in here? Let's try my cord for my phone. Whoopsie. And some pens, because God knows I don't have enough pens. What else can fit in here? Probably my keys, honestly. There's my key for my car and the key, for my house with the lovely Luna. I've had this keychain for like 4 years and it's just as pristine as I got it. That's insane. I don't remember who I bought this from. Anyway, yeah, so keys go in there and it still has room actually. So what else? Oh, a little, what do you call it? Charger. I'll put that in there. And I could probably fit, I have it, this is blocking it, but I have 2 sets of earbuds. I have 4 sets of earbuds total. The one set I absolutely hate and it stays in my office. I don't use it. It's like my backup. There is a set I got for like free at an event. It was like from Walmart, a little wraparound. Those are actually in my book bag. I'm not going to bring those out right now. They actually work really well, but I'm not going to bring those out. These 2 are the ones I usually use the most, the Raycons, and I believe it is Soundpeats. Yes, the Soundpeats. I tend to carry both of these around. This one has great sound and fantastic noise canceling, but it dies just randomly. It doesn't even tell me when the battery's low. It's just, I'm going to stop working. It just does that. So I love the sound and some of the features on this one, but it's a little less predictable. So the Raycons always work all the time. So I'm going to put these 2 in the back and close that up, and it still fits. Closes up very well. I think I could actually fit something else in there, but I'm not going to. So we're gonna go to, let's see, we have Urahara over here. We've got my coin purse over here. Let's go with, these are just Altoids. Will they fit behind the front window? Because what I don't want to do is push it so much that whatever pins I put in there are pushing up against that plastic, the clear plastic. I don't want to get like little divots in there. So let's not, I don't want to make it too tight, but if it fits back there, it'll be nice. I think it does. I wonder if I can fit my, and anyone who watches this video now knows all my secrets. You know where all the expensive things are hidden, like where my wallet is. But I went ahead and put my wallet in here as well in the front. Let's see if that closes up and if it looks, if it's like bulging or if it's okay. There's a little bit of a bulge, so those two might be a little too thick for that particular pocket, but they will obviously fit inside. Speaking of inside, we haven't touched the inside yet. So I have my pharmacy left. This is the strap, so we'll put that off to the side because it's not going to go in there. It's going to be attached to the thing. And then I have my two bags, my two reusable bags that I carry around with me. And then I was so excited for this. I'm so praying it fits. This was not my last video because I didn't have it yet. This is called a Steam Deck. If you are not familiar, it is basically Valve Incorporation's answer to a portable handheld. So I'm sure a lot of you, Switches seem to be popular, so a lot of you watching probably have Switches. This is very similar to a Switch, only this is also a full computer, as crazy as that sounds. So I just got this. I've been loving this. I'm not going to go super into this because that's probably going to be a separate video. I will open it to show you what it looks like and hopefully not drop it. It is definitely bigger than a Switch. But I'm so happy this came when it did. I think it was last week. And I started fiddling with it on, I think it was Sunday. I was going back and forth as to whether I wanted to open this thing. Do I want to do an unboxing video, a fresh one where I don't open it? No, I want to play this thing now. So I may do a video just on the Steam Deck. It'll probably be next month towards the end of it. So it'll give me at least a month of fiddling with this so I can tell you what I like and what I don't like. But not going into all that today. The only reason I have this here is because I wanted to see if it fits in here. I plan to carry this everywhere I go. Okay, not work, but other than work, I want to carry this everywhere I go. And it definitely won't fit in my old purse. You can't see where I'm pointing, but my old purse is sitting there in front of Hello Kitty. So I'm first going to see if it'll fit in that laptop, like the little laptop pocket. I don't think it will because laptops aren't this thick, but they usually aren't. Like my 17-inch laptop, even that isn't this thick. It's probably about half the width of this. So, and with this, inside the case is just the deck itself and like a cleaning cloth, which is flat. I will keep this on the back. It looks like it's bulging a bit. It's because this is the charger and the cable. If you look in here, there's like a little divot for it. I'm going to leave that there because I'm going to be transporting this like that. So it needs to fit with everything in there. I'm going to try and put it in the laptop bag or the laptop pocket. That is definitely not happening. So let's try and put it in the, yeah, that fits perfectly. It's going to take up a lot of space. I did measurements on the Steam Deck and I did measurements on this. Forgot to account for the case what came with the Steam Deck. This, yeah, by the way, the deck actually does come with this case. So when you get your deck, regardless of what size it is, it will come with a very sturdy case. Stop talking about the Steam Deck, darn it. That's not what this, that was video was about. But yeah, this fits very, very well, very easily. I love this. This is a very heavy bag now, but it does fit. So it won't fit in the laptop pocket, but let's see if something else does. I'm going to take my pharmacy, I'm just going to call it the pharmacy, and try and put that in the laptop section. It does fit. It's, you know, super bulky. You just saw the darn thing. It's really thick. It's got a lot of crap in there. But if you can see in this bag, you know, here is my pharmacy. Gotta stop calling it that. And here's the deck in the main compartment. So yeah, if you're watching this and you have a deck and you want to get this bag, I would highly suggest this bag, by the way. I really like it. Your deck will fit. And absolutely your Switch will fit too. The Switch is smaller than the deck, so it will definitely fit in there. I don't know if it'll fit in the laptop pocket. You'll have to play around with that, and I don't know how thick the Switch is. I don't know how thick a lot of the cases are, so that's something you'll have to play around with, or at the very, you know, you can look up the specs for this bag. I'll show you the Kickstarter for it, and you can measure your Switch. So let's see what else we can fit. So the pharmacy is on this side. I'm gonna see if I can include one of the bags. Can it fit? Maybe. Oh, it kind of does, yeah. So now we've got, put that there. Now we have the pharmacy, and we have the like bread-shaped bag that I carry around, the Kiki's Delivery Service bag. So that's in there. The only thing left is this other bag. And I think I can slot that like here at the end. Yeah, I can. So yeah, all of this crap, this is insane. So all of this fits. If you can see that, I will again look at editing and see what I need to take pictures of. But here's my pharmacy. Here is the Kiki's Delivery Service bag. The other bag I just showed you that I got at a furry convention is here. The deck is in the middle. There is still quite a bit of space. Like there's open space. I could put something on top of everything I just put in there if I wanted to. But there's nothing left. I put everything in this bag. I will say and I'll spin this around so you can see it. Again, I would probably not put the wallet in here. Like again, flat things should go in here and in the the window pockets. So that's probably a bit too thick for this, but it does fit. I will move this, well, I'll pull this first. There we go. And now I'm gonna move this around. This was the side that had the My Hero Academia notebook in it. Fits perfectly fine. Might be able to add a little something else. On the back, if you can see, it's bulging a little bit. It's definitely bulging. So that's something you might want to look out for. I might want to move like the pharmacy and everything else in that laptop pocket. This side just had the, what do you call it, my coin purse. That fits really well, nothing wrong there. So yeah, there's a lot of bulge, but it's holding everything. And like I said, I could add more stuff if I wanted to, which I just don't have. I'm not gonna stop the camera and just go get my old purse and just shove it in here just to show that it'll fit. But yeah, this bag holds a lot. This is very much a, I guess day bag is kind of the term, but like if you were going on a long trip, like on a flight or a train ride or something like that, you can fit a whole heck of a lot of stuff in here. And that's what I love this bag because it looks really simple, but it looks really, it looks high quality to me because of that I guess faux leather or whatever it is. And it can hold a lot of stuff. You could shove a drink in here. You could shove snacks in here. I could actually fit, I don't know if my, I don't know. I kind of think my Tervis water bottle is a 20, I think it's a 24 ounce, about maybe this big. That doesn't look right. Maybe this big around, probably a little smaller than that. About this high. That could probably fit in here. I know that's not something a lot of people want to mess with, having liquid in your bag. With Tervis, they're known for their spill-proof containers. Some of them, double check which ones are spill-proof and which ones aren't. But the one I carry around with me is very much spill-proof. I could fit that on the top of this and carry my water bottle when I'm with me. It's just insane what can fit in this bag. And again, it closes very easily. It's closed now. And see what I'm squishing down? There's still all that space. Though, again, it's starting to show in the back. Especially when I pull these together, you see little lumps and bumps. Because there were some things in that back pocket that were pretty wide, like the little charger, the two little prongs sticking out. I think what else is in there? I forgot what I put them. Oh, my keys were also in here. The earbuds were also in here. I wonder, because I didn't even use the two pockets in the front. So let's see if we can alleviate some of this in the back. Oh, excuse me. Maybe we'll put these up here. So I just took both of the earbuds out and I put them in the pocket in the front. I'll show you in a second. I'll leave the house key in there because it's pretty flat, but the key for my Prius is a little bulky because there's like the whistle on it and other things. So I'll put it here in this other bag, or I'm sorry, in this other pocket. These are the two in the front that do not have any kind of zipper or anything else. So they're very open and they aren't super huge either, but they can fit some stuff. Just be very careful when you open this up since there's nothing there to hold them in. If they, fall out of this pocket and into the purse, then who cares? But just make sure it doesn't, fall out of the purse itself and you lose it. I will show you what I just did. I'll try to. So here, if you can see, my keys are on this side. And I went ahead and put both the Raycons and the Soundpeak on this side. So let's close her up. Yeah, it's looking a bit flatter now. Let's see. What is it? Oh, those are pins. Okay. So, yeah, it's still a little sticking out a bit because there's so much stuff in here, most likely. I think part of the reason is just the pharmacy is so wonkily shaped and there's just things stuck, sticking out of everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and put that back in there. But yeah, it's a really, really nice bag. I might actually start using this tomorrow, to be perfectly honest. There's a lot of stuff I like to carry around with me, and this is going to be another long day of presentations at work. So, but that's about it. You see how much this thing holds. You can see what it's made of. You can't feel it, but it really feels nice. And I love this bag. I really would recommend this bag. Now, could it fall apart tomorrow? Yes, it could. But I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But it really feels like a high quality bag. A Tiny Place to Stay or Raven something, I forgot their name. Well, the creator of this did a fantastic job. And yet another major difference to Stay Me Studios, who I showed you last week. They did the boba bag as well as Gigi and Cat Buzz. Stay Me Studios has, I think, done at least 10 campaigns on Kickstarter. Actually, I think it might have been more than that. I can't remember. But Stay Me was a staple. So they've done a lot of things. There's a lot of longevity there, a lot of trust that they've built up with the community because they always deliver. With this bag, this is the first thing they've done. This is their first Kickstarter. And I just wanted to point that out because we've had this conversation before when it comes to, there's a lot of risks with Kickstarter. It's basically gambling. But even if it isn't an established creator, people can do amazing things. This bag is proof of that. So I'm really happy I got in on this Kickstarter. I really love this bag. I cannot wait to use it. I am really curious to know what you guys think of it. So please let me know in the comments. In addition, before I sign off, I did tell you there were a couple cards here. I almost forgot about those. It just says thank you for your support. And there's a code on your next purchase at atinyplacetostay.com. The Instagram and the Twitter are also A Tiny Place to Stay. Though Instagram, A Tiny Place 2 is TO. On Twitter, the 2 is the number 2. But I will show you that. And then there's a code there that I guess you guys can use because I've shown it to you. I don't know if it's still active or not, but this other one just says A Tiny Place to Stay. Thank you for your support. Feel free to share your order on social media or contact me if you have any questions. I guess I can link this video whenever I get done with it, and they can keep it or delete it as they want. This is going to be a long, long video, but it just has all of their socials on there, and I will put those in the description. But yeah, let me know what you think about this bag, because again, I love it and I cannot recommend it more. I really can't wait to use it. I might just leave it well, I'll take the deck out because I have to go back to work tomorrow, but I might just leave it like this because I plan to take it tomorrow to work. But yeah, please let me know what you guys think about this bag, or if you have this bag, how is it holding up? What are you storing in it? What are you carrying around with it? Have you taken any trips with it? How did it handle, I guess like a car ride? It shouldn't be a big deal. It's a car. Train ride might be a bit more. You run other people are jostling stuff. An airplane, let me know how that goes. Because airplane, there was one, I think it's Peru, and someone put their bag, up in the baggage holder, and then some guy came in and he was trying to put his bag in there and it wouldn't fit. So a rational person would say, okay, I just need to find another place. No, this guy took his bag and just kept jamming his bag in there, hitting the other person's bag. I really prayed there was nothing breakable in that bag. So yeah, like if you've taken this thing on like a flight or something, and honestly, this wouldn't need to go above your head. This would be a personal item, which another bonus. So, and I've traveled I've traveled out of the country multiple times. This would be my personal bag, and my book bag would be my carry-on. So it's a big personal, but it would still count as a personal. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys know the drill. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And that is it for September. October, I was originally going to do a, Persona pins. I'm not going to start 2022's pins. I will do that in 2023, I guess. But I was kind of figuring out what I wanted to do for October. And since the Steam Deck is here, I think I might actually review that. So it will be more of a review, less of an unboxing, because as you can see, I've unboxed it. But I can put it back in its original packaging. If I still own something, I've got the box somewhere. I've got the packaging somewhere. So I can put it in there and just relive the unboxing experience for you guys. But I will probably spend most of the video telling you just my journey with it, what it took to set up and get games on there, what games work, what games don't. What you can do if a game doesn't work. And there's some games, and I'll get into it, where it's probably not going to work. Sorry. But there's a lot of steps to it, and I will enlighten you guys on my journey with the Steam Deck, but that's only going to be one video. It might be a long video, but it will be one video. I think the other video for October will be Persona pins. There are a whole host of pins that I got, and other things, that I got during Black Friday last year, and I never unboxed those. There are a lot, though. I didn't buy a ton of things, but for like everything I bought, I got a free pin. So there's like 30 to 40 items that need to be unboxed. So I will look into what I have for Persona pins that isn't a Patreon or a patron shipment. And I will try and find something that has a decent number of pins or a decent number of items, but won't be a 10-hour video. So that's what I'm thinking for October. I hope you guys come back and see those. But until then, I am very tired. I am hungry. Again, it's been a long day. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and start editing it. So until October, you guys have a nice night.